Over 40 dead as devastating Mediterranean wildfires hit 9 countries across Europe and North Africa. Things will probably get worse, not better, with warmer temperatures, more drought, stronger winds, said Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis. Over 40 people have died as wildfires sparked by high winds and a dangerous heat wave across the Mediterranean. Following CNN's report last week that concerns over parts of southern Europe's second scorching heat wave could pave the way for wildfires. They reported Wednesday that wildfires are raging in at least 9 countries along the Mediterranean, including Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Algeria. Algeria, where at least 34 people have been killed, has the highest death toll according to the BBC. 10 of the victims were soldiers, per Reuters and the BBC. But a name drop in here, ain't there? Algeria's Civil Protection Services said in a statement on Wednesday that it has managed to contain all wildfires and that the situation appears to be under control. Italy is battling 10 fires in the country's south, including blazes in Sicily, Calabria, Abruzzo, and Puglia, where 2,000 people were evacuated from 3 hotels on Tuesday evening. Sicilian President Renato Schifani said Tuesday was one of the most difficult days in decades due to scorching heat and unprecedented, devastating fires in Sicily, citing a translated Facebook message. 2 people in their 70s were discovered dead from burns inside their Palermo, Sicily home on Tuesday. Meanwhile, an 88-year-old woman died after an ambulance was obstructed by fires near Palermo, while a 98-year-old man died when flames reached his home in southern Italy. The Italian government was scheduled to meet in Rome on Wednesday evening to declare a state of emergency in natural disaster-affected areas and to implement a special furlough plan for workers most vulnerable to the heat wave. Tunisia reported that the 300 people had to be evacuated from the town of Malola. Adil El Selmi spoke to the network after his restaurant, which stood halfway between Tabarka and Malola, was destroyed by fire. We left the restaurant as the flames approached, Selmi said, adding that the flames could not be extinguished after the wooden building was devastated and water disturbances in Tabarka last week. Meanwhile, the Civil Protection Ministry in Greece issued an extreme danger fire warning in 6 of the country's 13 regions on Wednesday. 2 pilots were killed in Evia, which is north of Athens, after the plane crashed as it battled fires. Greece's armed forces have announced 3 days of national mourning. A 41-year-old stock breeder who had been missing since Sunday was also discovered burned in a shack in a remote area. At a government cabinet meeting on Tuesday, Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis said the fires were a tough test for the country. He predicted that things will probably get worse, not better, with warmer temperatures, more drought, and stronger winds. A World Weather Attribution, a group of scientists who quantify how climate change influences the intensity and likelihood of an extreme weather event, said in a report released Tuesday that the heat wave in Europe would have been virtually impossible without climate change. Sure.